Thank you, Stephen. And finally, last but not least, we welcome Seth Gilland, and Seth is with Fulfillment Strategies International. Welcome, Seth.
Thank you, John. Thanks for having me on.
Terrific. So tell us about your company and tell us what you do.
Well, Fulfillment Strategies International, otherwise known as FSI, is a full-service third-party logistics provider. We really offer two primary services: pick, pack, and ship services, which enables e-commerce fulfillment, or really any type of fulfillment, primarily focused on e-commerce though, and kit packing solutions. The pick, pack, and ship process is really about getting orders out to end users, individuals that order things online, whether it be promotional products or gift baskets. It could be a number of different things. But we really do a lot of apparel. We do a lot of electronic products, hair care products. There's really not any industry we probably do not touch. There's a lot of different connections we can make and a lot of different products that can be fulfilled. Think of us as a miniature Amazon.
Seth, are there businesses and business owners that should be taking advantage of your services with pick, pack, and ship and kit packing that kind of are trying to do it themselves? Do they think that they're too small and they don't need your service? Speak a little bit to those businesses that might first hear what you just say and go, I'm not ready for that, but they really are.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, we work with individuals that are starting up their businesses that have zero orders. We help them forecast models and determine what type of cost might be incurred using our services compared to doing it on their own. We also work with groups that have been established for many years where we have thousands of orders. And it's gotten to a point where they're going to try a different scenario, a different option, just to see if there's possibly another fit for their business or in one particular case, recently we had a manufacturer that approached us and they wanted to expand their manufacturing business, but they were also doing their own fulfillment. And so they outsourced the fulfillment to make room for the manufacturing expansion.
So Seth, you are really taking off a big operational headache for a lot of businesses that are maybe doing this themselves and really need to get focused on the manufacture of their product, the marketing of their product, the logistics you take and handle.
You're exactly right. The biggest problem I think small businesses have are growing their business because they get so entrenched in their operation. It's the most time-consuming portion of their business, and really what we try to do is free that time up and do it very economical. We're experts at what we do, or at least we feel like we are for most businesses, and we try to work within budgets or within expenses that they've already established to make sure that we can provide the same services without them having to focus on it anymore. So now they're freeing up a ton of capital and a ton of time to really, like you said earlier, focus on their marketing, focus on the research and development of their products, really focus on the growth of their business.
Seth, you're on the North Fulton Business Radio show, but I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark and say that North Fulton is not the only market that you can serve. What is the reach of FSI? Where can businesses be located that you can help with? And you kind of talked about almost any sector. There's almost any business that you can't touch, but let you take also that question to maybe say, are there any sectors and markets that you guys really specialize in or really are focusing on?
Sure. There's really, to start with, we are a global company.
Okay.
We work with clients here in the Atlanta area, anywhere in the United States, and clients from Australia, from Hong Kong, from the UK.
Let me ask a clarifying question on that. If you're working with these companies from other countries, is that they're trying to do shipping here in the States and you're helping, or literally you're shipping globally for companies as well?
Both ways.
Awesome.
So we've got Australian clients that are expanding into the U.S. market, and we're distributing for them domestically. And then we also have clients that are, U.S.-based clients that are distributing their goods throughout the globe.
The good news here is that we stream over the internet and we have international listeners, right, Stephen? So that's good news for Seth Gilland, who is with Fulfillment Strategies International. And thank you again for being with us, Seth. So talk a little bit, though, about some of the specifics maybe that folks don't think of when they think of how you can help them. Talk a little bit about the packing, the shipping, and how that works specifically.
Sure. Yeah, I'd like to really kind of drive down into some of our capabilities a little bit more.
That'd be great.
On the fulfillment side with pick, pack, and ship, there's a lot of different movements going on inside that service alone. There's the technology that's involved with getting the orders over into our system. So an individual may be using a variety of marketplaces. There's eBay, Amazon, their own platform, whether it be a Shopify cart that they built themselves or a Magento platform. Either way, we have a technology that can integrate seamlessly those marketplaces so that the orders automatically flow to us. Once the orders arrive at our facility, we'll process a packing list, or we can call it an invoice or call it a number of different things, but essentially we'll mask ourselves and it'll look like it'll come directly from our clients. We'll pick those products from our shelves, match them up to the appropriately, the materials that really mesh with the goods. So if it needs to be an envelope or a padded mailer or a cardboard box, we can do that. We can also offer branded material. So if we're using a tape that, markets for that client as it's being delivered, we can do that as well with the different vendors we use. And then once the order actually ships out with one of our many carriers, we push that information, all that data back into the customer's cart so that we don't necessarily drive their consumers to us. We keep them on their site so they can have repeat orders and just the environment that they shop in, so that everything's seamless at that point.
Seth, I'm going to ask you a question that might come a little bit from ignorance, which I've been challenged with. Mate, stop laughing, Trey.
It'll sound natural, right? Yeah.
You are not the only pick, pack, and ship company out there. So talk a little bit about what makes you guys different from your competitors. What are some things that set you apart?
Sure. No, we're not. We offer, probably the industry-leading technology services. There's two things that really separate us. Technology being one, making sure that we can integrate with all the different platforms that are there. And then number two would be focusing really on our core. A lot of fulfillment companies lose sight of who they are and they start branching off into promotional products or wanting to develop other types of services as far as maybe building their own fleet and making their own deliveries. We have a lot of great partners out there and a lot of great clients that really just want to hand us their fulfillment business. And within fulfillment, there's obviously other sub-channels or other categories that we work on, kit packing and subscription services and sweepstakes and rebate programs. But that's all part of the fulfillment package. And we make sure that we stay focused on that just so that we can really drive home savings to our clients.
There's enough there to keep you guys busy and keep you guys leading the pack for a while.
Absolutely.
Is what I'm hearing.
Absolutely.
So just to prove I'm good at asking ignorant questions too, right? So
welcome to the club, John.
Right,
Come on, there's plenty of room.
The water's warm, right? So let's define subscription services, right? So because some businesses may be candidates to offer that to their clients and they don't even know that. So define some of those terms for us, if you will.
Sure. Subscription services would be, they're really trending now in the market. It's something like Birchbox, if I can drop names like that, or other companies that have a flat fee for a monthly box that you're going to get. So there's a lot that are focused on different sports or hobbies. So, for example, there's a golf box of some sort or a fishing box of some sort. And every month you would receive something related to that sport, whether it be apparel, whether it be products. What FSI does to support those campaigns or those services is we become the landing place for those goods. And then each month, our clients tell us what they're going to put inside their boxes, and then we'll assemble those boxes. We'll make sure that they're very detailed and match exactly what the client wants to be displayed, whether it be with a tissue paper or product placement when inside the box, with promotional cards to give discounts for future boxes or for referral business. And then, of course, we'll package them up and hand them off to the carrier.
So one other, just to clarify now, Seth Gilland from Fulfillment Strategies International, let's so people understand, who are the kind of clients that you work with, the kind of businesses that you work with that should be interested in your services, and the size too, right?
Well, yes, absolutely.
Because they go from large to very small, right?
They go from non-existence to very large, to be honest with you. Like I said earlier, we deal with clients that are just starting their business, and we're helping them to forecast their business. But any entrepreneur, anybody that is selling something online when you're in the e-commerce world, we work with. Any promotional company that is distributing products.
And I'm just going to ask, so you're working with those entrepreneurs and they're kind of starting up. Really, your goal, what you're trying to accomplish is we want to take this section of your business that can take up so much of the time of getting stuff out and getting stuff fulfilled. You guys want to take that so that they don't have to worry about it. They just have to work with you guys. So this literally could be a small business that's just got a few orders a month if those orders are going to take up a lot of time. So it almost comes down to a concept of time. If they're spending some time and they want to get that time back, they should work with you guys.
You're exactly right.
Hey, you can use that if you want, by the way. Put it on your next business
And
card.
I take it non-existence means if Stephen ever writes his autobiography, you can send that out to all the thousands of orders that would come in, rushing in.
The
right?
dozens and dozens of fans.
We have been talking with Seth Gilland of Fulfillment Strategies International. Seth, thanks for being with us. But before we go, tell us tell our listeners how they can get in touch with you.
Sure, thanks. We have a website you can visit at www.fsifulfillment.com. I can be reached directly at Seth, SETHG, at fsifulfillment.com. Or you could give us a ring. You can reach us at 678-391-5980. We encourage our prospective clients to come out and visit us. We'll be glad to do facility tours, learn more about our services and capabilities.
Why don't you tell everyone where you're located?
We're in Austell, next door to Six Flags, right at 7800 The Bluffs.
Terrific.
And John, I think he might have mentioned this, but Seth is the business development consultant. So when a new business owner or a business owner wants to get that relationship, they're going to talk to you, Seth.
That's right.
Good thing you came on the air.
It's a good thing. So Stephen will be in touch when he gets that autobiography done, right?
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Terrific.
I will be on the bottom of the list of the least orders fulfilled in your company. Do I get an award for that?
I'm afraid not.